I meant to do this video yesterday, but I forgot, and there was a lot of stuff going on. But I wanted to talk about these quote unquote symbolic gestures that um, white America seems to be trying to give to black people, and then it's missing the target. It's just like you don't get it. You don't fucking get it. And it's obviously white America thinks that, oh, it seems like it's just like every time it's just like even with the Black Lives Matter Boulevard and that we had over here in DC and like everything else is like your David Black Lives Matter shit. First of all, a lot of people, especially a lot of men, don't even rock with Black Lives Matter, the organization. All right. I've like me personally, I don't fuck with the organization. I don't think it helps black men. I do think it's profiting off of black bodies and currencies and all that other stuff. Yes, I do. I was like, I never supported Black Lives Matter. I went to the website. I seen what they really about. It's like I said, it's I don't have a problem with the LGBT and all that other stuff, but it's obviously you see a lot of hidden LGBT shit on the fucking website. It's not really much from black men or black perspective. It's more or less the LGBT. Look it up. Like I don't want to look it up for yourself. Go to the Black Lives Matter website. You'll see it. All right. Second of all, the slogan Black Lives Matter. Yes, I rock with because I am a black man. My black life matters, and I'm gonna tell everybody this before they get. Oh, you don't fuck with Black Lives Matter. I fuck with the slogan, and I fuck with the catchphrase. Black Lives Matter. I fuck with that. The organization, no. Let's get that. I just want this to get that out in the beginning before everything goes out. Okay, second of all, these whole things are like, let's say the Aunt Jemimas, the Uncle Bens, the white guys portraying black characters on TV, and like and all the other stuff. These gestures, no one asked for this. Why are y'all giving like is it? And this is the problem we have with white America is like, why are y'all giving shit we don't even ask for? No, unless some of us don't even care. Mike, like, okay, especially like the Simpsons. The Simpsons started in the '80s. The Fox was low, and it was just small, and they kept those same people. It's just like, okay, you just had people you trust, so everybody was doing voice characters and all that other stuff. That's cool. I don't. No one cares about that. It's just been on for 30 years. You might as well still keep that fucking character. And one thing, and I say this a lot, people don't like change. Look at Power and Trey. Look at Power last season. They tried to have Trey Songz as the intro. They didn't like it, even though it wasn't a bad song, and even though Trey Songz wasn't even bad on it. But they like Joe's version. That's what they're used to. Some people are not subject to change and all that other stuff. Same thing with Mike Henry, who plays Cleveland Brown, and Mike. Yeah, same thing with Mike Henry that plays Cleveland Brown. Now I get it. First of all, voice acting is a very niche business. It's not a very booming business for white people, and like you only know anybody. First of all, anyone that cares. I don't want to say anyone that knows. Anyone that cares about who's behind these voice actors, because sometimes it's not all celebrities, but unless you know, like, but there are voices you kind of like know in the world, like your Laura Bailey's, or your Phil Lamar's. Phil Lamar is basically every fucking black voice. Your Cree Summer, and your Kevin Michael Richardson's, all those people. It's just like people, and most people don't know. Phil Lamar has done voices for black people, for white people. He's done voice for Samurai Jack, who's obviously Japanese, or at least he looks Japanese in the fucking show. So like he's done all these voice actors. He doesn't just do just black voice actors. He's done superheroes. Like Phil Lamar has done everything. I'm sure like in this trying times, people was like I think they're what most of these people trying to do. They're trying to nip it above before they really get there, but no one cares. It's like, especially like shows like the Cleveland Show. Like people said it all the time. It was like Mike Henry, who's a white man that did Cleveland Brown. He's been doing it for like 10, 20 years. And then now you want to fucking like, oh, I'm not gonna do it no more. You know, black people said, I don't care. The funny thing is, and that's the funny thing, black people said, I don't care. What we really want, and white America, listen up, what we really want is shit, that will change America. Like, stop with the police brutalities and like, can we get better? Like not even affirmative action. Is just like I don't want to be discriminatory on jobs. Can I wear my natural hair? Like, can black women wear their natural hair without being looked at unkempt? Or even in schools, can black women, young black girls wear their hair how they want to without it being unkempt? Because let's be real, a lot of black women are still fighting that whole, their natural hair is looked at as unkempt and be before and you know keep this short. I'm for black women wearing their natural hair at work. I feel like you shouldn't have to assimilate. I don't remember assimilating at any of my jobs, but especially in the military, I feel like I was myself all the fucking time. You're like respectful me, disrespectful me, or you're like, there's other sides of me you don't want to see. But to me, it's just like I never believe in code switching. It's just me. It's just like it's me when I talk some goddamn sense, and then there's me that when I'm relaxing, I just like let more of the slang go out. That's all me. I don't ever believe in code switching. I've never switched up my white voice to sound white. It's like, but then again, I don't think I have an intimidating black voice. I wish I did. I kind of wish I did. Wish I had a voice like my father, but I don't. But anyway, these are like white America. These are not the things that we want. Like, okay, some of it I do understand, like the whole Aunt Jemima and Uncle Men, they came from slavery and all the other stuff. But to me, and I say this all the time, I also was really looking at that with the side eye because I feel like you taking away now, you taking away, um, I don't know. That name's been around for like years and all this. I know where it came from. Like just so people know, I know where it came from. Came from Slave Mammy. I watched the TikTok with the light skinned chick with the big ass booty. I think she was a singer. I don't really know who she is, but all of a sudden it's like people see that. Oh, I'm not eating Aunt Jemima no more. Nigga, please. Half the people who probably saw that was grabbing a fucking Aunt Jemima fucking syrup or just pancake batter as they was doing it. Next thing you know, the Popeyes lady is not going to be the next thing you know, Popeyes is not going to use that black lady. Matter of fact, they haven't really used her much anyway. The black lady that be on them Popeyes chicken commercials, I, I don't really see her commercials now. Come to think of it, I hope they didn't take her off. Anyway, anyway, I actually had a different idea for that. Instead of think I was thinking like instead of like getting rid of the name, reboot the name. One thing I would say about our history, it's not a great history, but I still want us to be knowledgeable about it. I don't want to say proud because it's like saying I was proud to be a slave, but I do want to say like know where we came from and know that like even during our times where we wasn't even looked at human, we was doing great things and we was building a country like black people build a country. I don't know the rightful word for it, but that's how I feel about it. It's like we built like as black people, we tell you we did build this country. Say what you want, but we did build this country. Now I wish we would have kept those because obviously like white people are making money off of the shit that we used to do, but not really much no more. Give or take, be it said. But even then, with the Aunt Jemima, like or the Uncle Ben's, I'd have reboot that. Honestly, I'd have kept the name. And but I also would have been out front with it. It's like, how do you going to rebrand Aunt Jemima? Because no one, but for because let's be real, no one was asking people to change the name of Aunt Jemima. No one really was doing it. They just did it on their own. So it was like, oh, they're going to remove it. So my thing is, okay, what would you? what is your solution, Raymond? If you don't want them to like get rid, because I will understand. My whole thing is I understand if they get rid of it because it came from a minstrel show and all that other stuff. But at the same time, I was like, would I keep it? I was like, yeah, the name is marketable and everybody knows what Aunt Jemima is. That's how I feel. Like I'd keep the name because how marketable it is. Same thing with Uncle Ben. I would keep the Uncle Ben, the cream of wheat, and all that other stuff, and or the mascot and all that other stuff. And yes, I know where, like I said, I know where it came from, but at the same time, reboot it, make it modern, do it for now. What I would do is put a you get like 10 to 12 black women, and you explain to them. Now they might tell you to change the name. I don't know, but I will explain to them. You ladies are brought here. I brought you ladies here because I want to rebrand Aunt Jemima into something that black women can be proud of, or to make it like reboot the image, like how sometimes, like, even though people don't like it, like a reboot series or something like that, like it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, reboot the image, just like how Domino's is like they used to say, yeah, back then our pieces were bad, so now we have these new ingredients and we're trying to bring out a brand new Domino's pizza and all that. So they had to rebrand themselves just so people could buy their pieces again, and it worked. I will feel the same way about and Jemima. It's just that, hey, you know, we're not proud of where the company go, but I know that Aunt Jemima, but I know that Aunt Jemima is still a profitable name. And how can I bring it? I would like to put a mascot that shows the positivity of black women, and shows black women in a positive light. So it's like we want to rebrand it so black women could be like, they won't have to be skeptical of it. And then I would address the past. It's like, okay, let's create a new. Let's Same thing with Uncle Ben. It's like you get someone get a fresh new face for a mascot for the modern woman, and rebrand it to where it's like black women could not don't feel icky about, but now that we know this, and some people, but I still think people won't care anyway. But now, like, for the people that do care, they won't feel skeptical. Same thing with Miss Buttersworth. I had a stupid idea. Matter of fact, with the Miss Buttersworth, I had a stupid idea, and I'm claiming it's stupid, but I also think it will work. Like, change the Miss, like, having Mr. Buttersworth. My whole stupid idea was switch to Mrs. Buttersworth, and then like Mr. Buttersworth the whole bottle. Let's use Instagram models. And like, what if what if the we use Instagram black Instagram models for Mrs. Buttersworth and all that other stuff? Like, you get your and every one of them had like different flavors and all that other stuff. You had your like for extra dark. You had your like Amara Negras, or extra thick, or the plus size one. You have Lizzo, or or the Gabrielle Cedar Bay for the plus size, or something like that. Dominican flavor, you got the Marlin Negra and all that other stuff. The black, you got um Mrs. Buttersworth could be, like I said, an Instagram model, your Bernice Burgos, or whatever black Instagram model that is famous and all that stuff, or even black celebrities with figures like a Nicki Minaj. Hell, I think if you put Beyonce as the new Miss Buttersworth, that shit will fucking sell. Imagine a fucking Mrs. Buttersworth, Beyonce, and Beyonce is the joint with like the shit she wore at the Super Bowl. I think that'd be fucking dope. It'd be like, and then all the beehives was that shit would sell out to the beehives. Yes, bitch. Like a Meg the Stallion, fucking Mrs. Buttersworth, and all that other stuff. That be right there. Right there is, it will change the game for which Like people will think of how like they'll buy their fucking products. So that's what I kind of want to talk about. It's just like in conclusion, um, we're not asking for everything else. When try to, there are things like you're giving us that we're not asking for, and I feel like it's a distraction from. And black people see it too. We're not stupid. Um, it's not. It's like we appreciate your gesture, but that's not what we're asking for some of these things. Like you stepping down from a voice character, or some of this, even the shit with the Aunt Jemima thing. I don't think no one was really asking for it. So, and then if you're really going to change it, instead of just like trying to change the name or something like that, change the image to where it's positive now and people will buy it. And that's just my idea. If you have any better ideas, I'm more than welcome to hear it. And I would like to see people's opinion on it. But until then, my name is Oski on Fly, and I'm out. Peace.